And we want to get right into our guest today. We have Jamaica sitting in with us, and she is here to talk about I Am Not the Media. So my question to you is, tell us, what is I Am Not the Media?
Well, I Am Not the Media is a nonprofit organization that was incorporated in May 2011 by myself. The organization, the mission of it is basically to empower teens to become conscious viewers of the media, critical decision makers, and to empower teens to embrace their individuality and uniqueness. So basically we have three ways that we do that with our organization. We have the programs, we have the campaign, and we have the project. The project is basically the means of existence, why we should exist. It's the surveys that we have teens take. Thus far, we've had over 300 teens in the North Carolina area have taken our surveys, and these stats basically show how teens are influenced by the media. It gives more up-to-date stats that looks at how with the increase of media-related technology and all these different things, because we all know that, you know, the same type of media we had when I had when I was growing up is not the same type of media that the teens have right now. And basically, those stats create up-to-date statistics that show how the teens are continuously being influenced in a negative. In some way, it also shows us in a positive light of what's going on and how the media is impacting teens. So we can go in, our nonprofit can create programs to go out and educate teens. And with our programs, we actually go into the schools. I've already done a lot of CNS schools. I've done schools in Greensboro and other local cities, and also after-school programs like Boys and Girls Club, Communities in Schools. Done quite a few programs there where we basically go in and we challenge kids to depict what's in the media, because we all know everything in the media is not reality, and we got to be aware of how the media is influencing these teens in a negative light. And we basically show these teens that we do exactly what the mission says. We want to empower them to be conscious of what's going on in the media, and then from that have the resources and tools to become critical decision makers in life. And also, with that being said, to embrace their individuality and uniqueness. You know, just because you see Nicki Minaj on TV, that doesn't mean you have to look like Nicki Minaj. You know, the media says that's beautiful, but hey, I say you look beautiful without looking like Nicki Minaj. You know, I say you look good without having tattoos all over your face like Lil Wayne. So that's what we want to do with these kids when we go into these programs. So then from there we have the campaign, which is the Pro Me campaign, which is our shirts, our bags, our buttons, our wristbands, things like that we want to reach national attention and want everybody to embrace the attitude and the mindset of I am not the media, I am myself, I am me. So that's what the organization is about.
Let me say something first off. First of all, what you just heard was a very intelligent black woman who is very passionate about what she is doing. Obviously.
Well, thank you.
What is the most obvious from that is the ability to talk so extensively the way you just did, to fill that much airspace the way you just did. I am moved. I am moved. One by that. Two by this actual movement.
Okay. Cool.
I see you going very far with this, and I think it's a great thing. Mm-hmm. I think it's a really good thing, because an awareness does need to be brought about.
Definitely.
So I applaud you. One, that's just what I wanted to say off the rip. I know you were getting ready to say something. Go ahead.
Yeah, I know you said something about the surveys.
Uh-huh.
With the surveys, what did y'all find was like the leading influence? Mm-hmm. Was it the hip hop videos? Was it the news? Mm-hmm. What do you see?
Basically, with the surveys, and find also the surveys can be accessed through our website at www.imnotthemedia.org. But the surveys look at the teens, their intake of the media. Basically, is comparing a teen that watches 0 to 3 hours of TV or consume that much of internet, radio a week, compared to a teen that consumes 15 to 20 hours or 25 or more a week. And then with that, we look at individual cases dealing with texting, pornography, looking at violence and aggression, and looking at their take and their stance on sexuality and all these different things. And with that being said, we have noticed a correlation thus far with the amount of media that is consumed by teens, with the amount of teens that more desensitized to being more acceptable to sexting and pornography and submitting sexual, there's questions on there like, have you ever submitted a half nude photo or a nude photo or anything like that of that nature? And a lot of those teens have been honest and said yes, looking at the correlation with aggressiveness and violence, and it has thus far created a positive correlation with the stats that we've gotten. So, by the end of the year, we're hoping to reach at least 1,000 teens to have taken our survey, so we can actually put together and really analyze those stats. So, yeah.
I want to applaud you guys for that, because the media, to me, is so, like you said, it's negatively influencing these teens that it's creating their sexuality and who they are is being crafted strictly by the media, to where young girls and young men don't know how to be young ladies and young men anymore. They only know what the images that they see.
Exactly.
These young guys, pants hanging down, thinking the tattoos are the thing to do, not realizing that, okay, I'm 17 and I got tattoos all on my arm and chest. One day I may be a 50-year-old man and look back and realize, why did I do that? So I think I applaud you guys for that, because I have 3 small kids and I know we monitor to the letter. And I know even once they get older, but we're trying to make sure that we have them watch and ingest things that are of a positive nature.
Exactly.
And it's just not a lot of it out here. The media is all about, as wild and crazy you can get, the better your ratings.
And that's one of the issues that I just had a team group. We were discussing these issues. We were discussing how things have shifted with like the TVO and radio and even music such as hip hop. And 10, 15, 20 years ago, hip hop had more of a stance of you had more of a positive sound that was out there, and then you had the more aggressive sound. And it's more so now that the aggressive, the degrading, that sound is more what's out there, publicized and embraced. And then those that have somewhat of a positive sound, that they're not receiving any attention with mass media or any of that. And even when it comes to TV shows, and the challenge that we want to give teens is to recreate and be the new media, not to just try to come out with the more aggressive or the more better or the more sexual, because that's what media has taken a stance in today. It's like, how can we make people want to watch this show more? Let's put more sex in it. Let's put more violence in it. You can recreate and bring new media that is still entertaining, that does not take on that same model. So that's what we want teens to embrace that concept, like, be the new media. You don't have to do the same thing or recreate the will of what's going on, especially if it's not positive.
What you're talking about is options. It used to be options. We had options growing up, the golden age of hip hop, late 80s to middle to late 90s. You had choices. You could listen to Africa Bambaataa, BDP, but you could also, NWA.
Exactly.
So it wasn't, you weren't constantly just NWA Too Short. You had,
This is all on purpose.
Oh, of course.
Everything that is given the green light as of late is on purpose. It's you hopped up out the bed and got your swag on. This is the most important thing. Music is one of the most influential, if not the most influential, mediums in the whole wide world. I was listening to a Johnny D mix. Don't get upset with the Samuel. You hear me? The Beyonce song came on. We like them boys in them Cadillacs leaning in. Open their mouth, they grill. You know what I'm saying? If he ain't street, I ain't checking for him. Listen, you have one of the most, what the media says is the most beautiful woman in the world. And she is fine, of course. But if 14 and 15-year-old girls hear a woman that's held up in the light saying all the things, the list that she runs down that this guy has to meet in order for her to be able to get with him, then any guy who meets this criteria can get with any girl and knock her completely off the path that she should be on. So I think what you're doing is just great, because the more you say, they have a saying in the music industry, the more you say, the less you play. So the more socially conscious you are, the less you will get the green light, the less spins you will get on the radio, because we don't need a whole bunch of people walking around with the ability to think for themselves. And you understand what I'm saying? We need more Soulja Boy Slim than we need Talib Kweli. Is basically what corporate America is pushing through that TV.
Exactly.
So I applaud you,
Thank you.
Jamaica.
That's
Great what
stuff.
you're doing.
When we come back, we're gonna continue a little bit of this conversation. We got the mix right after the break. So man, keep them locked right here on the station. Give you nothing but hits. 89.3 FM. The
Hump Day Radio.
Hump Day Radio.
She went hard on that one.
That voice was like ghetto candy.
Yeah, it was.
I couldn't take it really. You feel me?
So that's like them penny cookies or something.
Something was going on.
Yeah, they say she's the queen of hip hop now.
Yeah.
She has earned those stripes.
Yes, she has.
She has. Whew. Well, we want to let Jamaica give us her info on how people can reach her, which is I Am Not the Media.
Definitely. Our website is www.iamnotthemedia.org. You can go in there, check us out. Our link to our online store is on there where you can see campaign, Pro-Me shirts, Pro-Me bags, Pro-Me buttons. Also, you can follow us on Twitter at just at I'm Not the Media. Just at I'm Not the Media. And on Facebook, it's www.facebook.com/IamNotTheMedia. And also, we have a blog. And those that are interested in getting involved with the campaign and the movement and have a voice out there and they just want to be heard about different issues and things like that that's going on in the media and just voice their perspective, we are looking for bloggers. We currently have a blog where you can check us out at www.iamnotthemedia.blogspot.com.
Cool.
Oh, cool. Man, we just had a ghost in the studio or something.
Yeah. And all
Came out of nowhere.
that information we'll put on our Facebook page.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that we can reach as many people as possible.
Definitely.
We are all 100% in support of what you're trying to do. I think it's great. We need to craft our own image, man. Nobody's going to craft it for us.
What can the teams do? What can Hump Day Radio do to support?
Definitely, just once again, just spreading the word about I'm Not the Media, encouraging other people to get involved and promote and to get on board with the campaign. You know, I tell other people, it's not the 60s anymore. You don't have to march for a cause. You can just put on a T-shirt and walk to the mall and wear your shirt at school, and people can see, and you're empowering others when they see I'm Not the Media. You wearing I'm Not the Media, I am me. You're helping promote that mindset, that attitude towards that movement towards self-pride and self-acceptance within yourself. So just telling people about I'm Not the Media and what it's about, and directing them to our website, and directing them to get shirts and bags. And when people purchase a bag or a shirt, that's helping us fund the programs that we offer, because we offer free programs because we want to reach as many teens as possible. So when people buy shirts and buy bags and any of the campaign paraphernalia, that's helping to fund our programs that we go out and we do with the teens.
Cool. Do you have any upcoming events?
Well, right now we don't have anything large scale coming up too soon, but we're in the process of planning an event in the summer, the Pro-Me Rally, which is going to be for teens, and we're looking for a lot of teen independent artists and young adult independent artists that have progressive and a positive sound to come out and to basically express themselves and express what they do and embrace that positive sound that you don't hear every day in the media. We also, right now, we're shooting a stream of PSAs. We're partnering with the Possibility Project here in Charlotte, which is an amazing group of talented, artistic actors and actresses. These teens are from 14 to 18, and we're partnering with these group of teens. They're serving as our teen faces, and they'll be who you will see on a lot of our print publications and on the PSAs that we'll be streaming on YouTube and on our website. And we're just hoping that maybe we can get it put on a local TV station. So
Cool.
That's great. See, that's giving kids something to do. That's so vital. You guys are trying to provide outlets for them to not hang out in the streets, not sit and look at television all doggone day, but do something. If you have a talent for something, get into it.
exactly.
And it's so many. I've always been a firm believer everybody has a talent in something.
Yeah.
There's so many kids walking around here with an amazing talent for something, but nobody to help guide them or show them how to turn their passion or what they love into profit.
Exactly.
And that's what we do here at Hump Day Radio. This started as a passion. Now it's time to get that money.
And the cheddar, that cheese.
Right.
Yes. No
Keep
doubt.
it going.
No doubt. Well, we like to thank you for being here,
Definitely.
coming in, sitting with Hump Day Radio. been pleasurable.
Appreciate it.
So you most definitely are part of the Hump Day family.
Definitely.
Oh,
Yeah.
So, like I said, anything that we can do, we are willing to do.
That's
for you.
awesome.
So,
And we so appreciate, and we're with open arms with the support. So
yeah, no doubt.
definitely.
No doubt.
All right. Well, thanks again. Keep them locked. Right here on the station. Splendid Hits. Hump Day Radio.